Hey, I'm here with my new friend, Spencer Glasgow. He's the founder and CEO of Zook, this little product right here. We're going to talk a little bit about that. Spencer has purchased over $4 million worth of ads on TikTok and other platforms. Spencer, I have a challenge for you that I think is going to highlight your expertise, your zone of genius. Are you in?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
All right, let's go. All right, 10 minutes on the clock, and let's go.
Okay, so tell me more about this product. I want to hear who's your target demographic. What does the product do? Like, give me more information.
So the demographic is me, right? So
Okay.
I've got this beard. I love my beard, but what it does is it curls up underneath, and I just don't like the look of it. So I think I see guys that have like these nice, long, straight beards, and I'm thinking, well, man, maybe I need to have a beard straightener, or maybe I should invent a beard straightener so that I could actually get the look in my beard that I want. But it can't take too much time. I don't want to stand in front of the mirror for hours primping and making sure that so it's quick. It's easy to use, but it gives me the look in my beard that I want. I would say, I mean, for my demographic, I'm 40 years old. I'm a male, and I care about the way I look.
I love it. So the first thing that I think of when I'm trying to advertise a product is how can I make this go viral? Because number one, when you're running ads, you need to create as much leverage as you can from the creative, from the video itself, from the post itself. As in, can I get people to start building a messaging thread, a Reddit thread within my post? Because the more people are commenting and negotiating and asking questions and, arguing back and forth, Meta, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, they're going to see that, wow, this is valuable. This is, people are engaging. They want engagement. So how can we create something that's going to, number one, that can look and feel like a viral piece of content? So is it appealing to, a massive audience? Because if we can still get, women that clearly don't have beards, but it somehow resonates with them. I mean, the bigger the audience, the better for the ad auctions. But at the same time, we want to be pinpointing and targeting our target customer. So the first thing that I think of is, how do we make something go viral? So let's think of a hook that's going to really like shock people and cause them to stop scrolling, because that's the name of the game. People are scrolling, flying through posts. We need someone to stop, to land, and to cement their feet in the ground and watch our ad for, ideally 30, 60, 180 seconds. The longer we can get them there, just the more trust, the more credibility that we're building.
What makes people stop?
The shock.
Okay.
Shocking. I mean, you look at the news, you look at the media, it's always something super shocking, something that's, and with the media, it's we're, as humans, we're designed to be more interested in negativity than positivity. That's just how we're wired. So if we can frame something that might strike fear into someone, fear mongering isn't how I like to operate from, but something that's ethical and that's, moral, and gets the point across, you're going to have an ad that, might go from 10, 20, 30,000 views and then, kind of plateaus as far as your ROI goes to maybe 2, 3, 4, 7, 70 million views. And it really is coming down from that initial hook from the beginning. And what I like to do is have two hooks. So you have one hook, which for this product might be, let's think here. So curly, people don't want their beards to be curly, right? They want it to look straight, to look slick, or what?
Yeah, it's not as full. It doesn't look as full. Like when it curls under, it doesn't look as full. Thin. It doesn't look like Yeah.
So,
and if you're gonna have a beard, you want it like,
you want to thick, bold, straight, clean. Okay, so as far as a hook goes, you could say something along the lines of like, oh man, let me think here. I'm on the spot in 10 minutes.
It's got to relate to like manlyhood or something like that. So we're halfway through.
Yeah. So And like for me, I have to type. I have to sit by myself and have it be dead silent. And I'm typing like, cause I write all my own ads.
Yeah.
I feel like no one's a better advertiser for my, products for my business, because I've been in it more than anyone that that I know. Yeah. And it's very unique.
What are you thinking of when you sit down to write those ads? Like what's that process for you?
Yeah, it's the hook, it's the story, it's the offer.
Yeah.
Very, very simple.
How do you find the hook, even for yours? Let's just talk about Zook.
Yeah. So I just think of that. I think number one of the problems. What are the problems that headache and migraine sufferers, what are they experiencing?
Yeah.
And it's pain. It's a lack of focus. It's maybe depression, maybe anxiety, speaking from experience. It's possibly, that's, typically emotional related, physical pain, right? So one of my best ads, that has just over 20 million views. And again, that's just pumping ad spend. So, hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of ad spend into this one ad was mainstream medicine does not want you to get better.
Yeah.
If you hear that, people are going to be like, well, what the heck? And I'm walking in my happy place, which is Sliding Rock up in Alpine.
Yeah.
It's super, super lush and green, and there's waterfalls, and, we do cold plunges up there. And I'm walking, and I'm, putting this little weird kind of thing in my ear as I'm saying, mainstream medicine does not want you to get better.
Yeah.
And I'm speaking from experience, and it's all those different factors play a role in virality. The unique products where people are questioning what the heck is going on. So, maybe with the beard straightener, you have this unique looking beard product, and you're walking and you're talking. What I like to do is for my ads is as much stimulation that you can create in a video, the better, in my opinion. So if you're walking while you have, a dinosaur running behind you, and you have, earthquake bombs going off, that's going to grab more attention. It's more stimulating. Yeah. And then you're kind of, have a shaky, iPhone video, because it looks more natural. It looks more native to the platform. Yep. It doesn't look like an ad. Yeah. So I'm thinking of all these different, all these different elements, and then having a really, really strong hook, because you have to get people lured in the first 3 seconds, or else they're going to swipe. And then the more people that swipe through the video, the less effective your ad will be in the ad auctions. And then, it's the difference between a business being able to spend $100 a day and breaking even, or spending, $10,000 a day and doing $30,000 in sales, is just a few little tweaks on your ads. And that's, obviously you have to have a good offer, a good product, a good price point, but typically most people have figured that out before they start running ads. Yeah.
So we got 2 minutes left. Okay. I want to just talk about this double hook idea, because I hear people talk about hooks, but I've never heard anybody talk about a double hook. What do you mean by that?
Double hook. And I got to give credit to Alex Hormozy. He was the one who mentioned that. And I'm like, that's smart, because a hook, it's like a fish. It's like if you throw 2 hooks in, right by the same hook, you have a higher likelihood of catching a fish.
Just talk about Zook. Like give me an example of a double hook.
Yeah. A double hook would be mainstream medicine does not want you to get better. And the worst thing that you can do for your headaches is something that you're not going to believe. Let me explain. Something like that. Yeah. Super simple. Mainstream medicine does not want you to get better. That's kind of the first part. And that's very it sparks curiosity. It sparks intrigue. It sparks mystery. People are questioning, well, it's a story. It's a movie.
It also touches a story that I think a lot of people have in the back of their mind. Like, is this actually good for me? Like the things that they're telling me to do, and I'm not getting any relief or whatever. So it touches that kind of like shared experience as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It's relatability. Something, some sort of hook that can relate to your audience. Yeah. Mainstream medicine, a lot of people are moving away from, medications, and there's a lot of information coming out on just how damaging in the long term medications can be, and, a godsend that can be in the short term, but most people are trying to go more natural. That's the way of the world. So, talking about something that's relatable, like that for the first part of the hook, and then the second part of the hook, you know, speaking to your migraine sufferers,
time.
those are 10 minutes.
There's our 10 minutes. Go ahead and finish up, because I want to hear, like, does the second hook go a different direction? Because it seems like the one example you gave was a little more fear. A little, like, one was shock, one was like, oh, what's interesting, and then the next one was like, well, what I'm doing something wrong?
Yeah, and I haven't really psychologically broken it down. For me, it's just like I want two juicy hooks, and one, you know, maybe relate. You know, mainstream medicine does not want you to get better. Does not really like fully tie into the product that I'm selling. But then the second hook, the follow up is, and if you have headaches or migraines, okay, now I'm calling out my audience. If you have headaches or migraines, then you know, for that second hook. If you have headaches or migraines, there's one thing I'm going to share with you that you should not be doing, and it's probably not going to believe you. And then, you know, that might be relying on medications alone. And here's, you know, an alternative, or maybe for a second hook, I could say, and I want to share with you something that, or the second hook could be, and I went to over 40 doctors in 2 years and never got relief until I found this one thing, and you're not going to believe what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ties right into the product, and they're probably like, wait, is it the thing in the ear? And then it's all these, you know, things kind of, you know, combine together and build this nice, massive mystery for people to sit, listen, and to engage.
Yeah. The other thing is your product is very visually odd.
Yes.
Right? Especially we got this thing hanging out of your ear that's so odd, and that's a hook. Like, to me, when I was looking at your content, it's like hook on hook on hook on hook. It's like, why is this dude walking in the river? Why is this thing hanging out of his ear? Oh, there's another one you use is you spent like over $90,000 trying to figure out your headaches. Like I'm just layer on layer on layer on layer. Anyway, we promised people 10 minutes. There, we did it. Thanks, man. Thanks for playing along.
Absolutely.
That was fun.
I love that.
That was a blast. Thank you so much for joining us here on Founders League. If you want more of the conversation that you just watched, make sure to use the link in the description below. Also, if this video created value for you, please consider liking it, subscribing to the channel, and even commenting, telling us what you enjoyed about it, what you got out of it. Thanks again for joining us. Until next time, peace.